Morning folks, Andy here and welcome back on board Potemkin. It's a lovely Sunday morning, you know, the weekend after the last bank holiday, and so we're going to have a nice week this week apparently, aren't they? So I'll come have a bit of fresh air on the boat itself. So I started this job a couple of months ago when I cleared all the deck out and stripped all the wood off and everything. I was there in the old storage area there. So what I'm going to do today, I'll fetch welder with me, and this panel here, which would originally have been access to, because that would have been the water tank of the boat for your potable water, that was the access to it. But because like this one I'm sat on, that's the stainless steel tank that's under there now. So I want to remove that plate. We'll undo all those bolts, remove the plate, we'll clean it all up round it, get a fettle so we've got some clean steel. Then I'm going to weld that in, all the edges, weld all the edges in, weld the bolt holes up, etc. So we haven't got them bolt heads sticking up, because they're just in the way. Whatever I put on there, they're going to be in the way. So there's no need for that. It's not access for anything. It doesn't help with this tank or anything like that. So first of all, I'm going to get sockets set. We'll get them bolts out and have a look what's under there. It's sealed around edges with some bitumen or something like that. So we'll have a look what there is there. But hopefully it won't be too much of a job, just clean it up. Get some gear. Right, we'll give it a sweep out first. Right, that'll do for now. Where's my bucket? Right, we'll have them bolts on, let's have a look. So hopefully they should come off easy enough. I hope they're not seized or anything. No. So these were probably last off 40 years ago. Not the best thing to use, an old chisel. That's all I've got. There we go. This is again. So 40 years ago, under here, what we're going to find? A water tank, I think. Exactly. Well, we'll have a look. So that's what we've got. That's a stainless steel water tank. That's a 400 gallon, I believe, water tank. That it covers all that area and down to here. We'll have to have a measure and work that out. I was told it was 400 gallons. So that bitumen that's plastered around here, I'll clean all that off, get a fettle up, and once it's nice and clean, we'll weld that plate in, and then we'll get rid of the bolt heads. So I'll just get ready and we'll get that done. Right, unfortunately But it's a red hot day. I want to get the overalls on, haven't I? And the ear muffs and the goggles. So I'm going to get a black face, I think. At least keep me a bit cleaner in my clothes. And also protect me from welding, etc. So let's have a look. We'll clean that plate up and then we'll drop it in and we'll weld it up. Just carry on. God, it's hot now. Right. Started welding. I put the plate in and I moved it to one side of the holes because there's plenty of room in the cutout, so I've nearly got blind holes to weld up. So I'm just going to full weld around it now. I started it and I didn't realise I had to take camera on, so that's what I'm doing now, just welding around it all, filling up. Right, we'll have a look, see welding the bolt holes up and then filling the gap up with weld. So about halfway round. So we'll have a minute. It's a bit hot that. Let welder cool down a minute. It's dropping some heavy welding there. So it's best to not get everything too hot. And we can have a cuppa, can't we? So that's what we're going to do. See you in a minute. Okay, I've got to run a weld down it all, as you can see. So that's the first run in, or the root run. And I've welded all the holes up. So now I want to get the grinder on its edge, clean all that lot out, get all the slag off it, and then fill it up with weld, and that's the job done. Okay, I've got to run a weld down it all, as you can see. So that's the first run in, or the root run, and I've welded all the holes up. So now I want to get the grinder on its edge, clean all that lot out, get all the slag off it, and then fill it up with weld, and that's the job done. What we have is, we look at this end, see there's the first weld in the bottom, so then we're left with that hollow all the way up. So the next thing is you put another weld in there like that, and then another one top, and then eventually that's your top one, that's your cap. So that's what I'm aiming for, to get it like that. Right folks, that's welded in. We'll have a quick look in a minute. That's welded in. I've got it a quick fettle up, and I've also got rid of all the loose stuff on the decking from bits of paint and snots and what have you, because I'm going to have a go with some of that Vactan, which I've never ever tried, I know nothing about. So we're going to put some of that on that deck and see what happens. So let's have a look. Right, I've just got it rubbed down with a disc. So I've got the loose rust off as it says to do. You can see the pits, some pits in the steel right there. Not that they affect anything. You know, it's a 6mm plate on there and about half a milli deep or something. It don't matter at all. So we'll have to go with some of this Vactan, see what happens. Right, let's have a go at putting some of this on. Like I say, I've never used it, I don't know what to expect. It says leave it for 24 hours. It also says it's also a sort of primer coat as well. So I'm not sure if I can just leave that on without putting another primer on it and leave it for until I get around to painting it. Or if it lasts or what, I don't know. We'll see, won't we? Let's decant some in here and let's have a go. Well, it's turning blue. Trying to rub it in the pits, get it in, in the depth to the bottom of the pits. Well, it's drying straight away, probably because it's whitey blue over here and it's clear over here already. That's certainly drying, so I'll just paint myself into a corner anyway. Try and get it right in these corners and in the little nooks and crannies along here. And these at the back, and then we'll just have to work my way that way and then jump over the side. There's not that much rust on this. Well, there is a bit of surface rust, but that's it. But it says it needs rust to work, so you're not to remove all the rust, because that's what reacts with it, I suppose, somehow, whatever it is in the chemicals. Well, it can't be that bad of stuff, because you can use it in environments where your water's stored and that. It must neutralise somehow. But now that seems to be dry. So I'll just work back here and work myself back in. certainly is dry, that. Not even seem to be tacky. I think right, that's that lot covered now. It is barely tacky now, so see what happens in the next hour. It says 24 hours for it to fully react with the rust and do whatever it has to do. We'll wait and see. And I've missed a bit. I'll just go and use this up and I'll put it on some bits of patches on the side, so might as well just use it up instead of pouring it back in the, I don't want to pour it back into the tin. It's been on half an hour now and that's fairly dry. It's sort of like a lacquer it's on top, isn't it? There's a lot of brush hairs come off in it, so I don't know if they match or not. I don't suppose they do. So looks a lot different to this morning anyway, than before and after with the patching now. So that's it for today. It's about 3 o'clock now. So I've done for the day anyway. Time to sit down and have a beer in the sun for 10 minutes before we pack up and go home. So I hope you enjoy the vlogs. If you are, why don't you like and subscribe? Alright, see you later. Ta-ra.